I felt like I needed to come on and give you a little bit of an update in the garden here in eastern Pennsylvania. My most recent garden tour was the beginning of March, I think. And since then, we've had a terrible blizzard and then warmed back up again and had a little bit more snow. And then today, it's about 55 right now. It's supposed to get up to almost 60 today. And tomorrow we're going to have snow and between 18 and 20 degrees tomorrow evening. And then for the next 3 evenings again, right up until the very edge of April. March has given us a run for our money here in the garden. But let me show you what it looks like right now, because everything here is going to get very cold for another couple days. Welcome to Grace Garden, where I love to be. But I also love to travel and explore the big, beautiful garden that we all share. I'm your host, Carol Kanicki, and I'm so glad you've come along. So thankful to enjoy the beauty in nature and to get to work with the things that I love. And to get to share all that with you. Join me for some awesome adventures in nature and at some other exciting destinations. I hope to inspire you and to document my memories. Thank you for coming along with me out into our Grace Garden. This episode spans a few weeks of journaling the weather woes of March in northeastern Pennsylvania. And here at the front of my house, I have some rugosa roses, and this is always the first place that daffodils bloom, that I see daffodils bloom anywhere, is right here in front of my house, which is absolute south facing, and always gives me the earliest daffodils in the area that I know of. And they're miniature daffodils, which makes them even earlier than full-size daffodils. So, and they're tete-a-tetes, which I'm very happy to have there. And I spent a few minutes cutting back my roses, and I took off quite a few suckers, pretty big ones, that were definitely Dr. Huey's and not the rugosa roses that I want to have here. But I just wanted to show you my little the first daffodils that I get to enjoy. And what a lovely day. It's 73 degrees out right now, and it is March 18th. And I noticed as I was carting away some of this stuff I cut that here is a praying mantis egg casing. So I'm going to cut this off of here and leave it lay here in the garden bed where it was, near where it was. Because I also found another one right there on a piece of branch that I cut off. But I'm just going to leave them lay here until I'm sure the praying mantises are out. This is the growth that the daffodils have put on in about a week and a half since the last time we walked here together. And there's a couple different varieties growing here in this line. This is one of the last places where the daffodils open in my garden. I've been working to clear all the brush that's been growing up. Oh, here, we looked at these together, these little stubs of daylilies that were coming out, and now look at them. And I really love it when the sun's coming through the leaves like that. Makes me happy. Sunshine and blue skies make me happy too. And the lilac is covered with the promise of flowers. And just like that, I'll add a little bit of sunshine and a little bit of 60 and 70 degree weather, and this turns into this. Now you can see all the crocuses. They're excellent. Look at them all. This used to be a tiny patch in the middle of the grass here. There was just grass. There was no shrubbery or anything. When I bought the house, it was just grass from here all the way over to my neighbor's yard and all the way over up to the street, and this ridiculous hill that people mowed. I never mowed it. I turned it into a garden bed immediately upon arriving here. There was no pond either. I dug that. Although there was one rock over there, which is still there. But I wanted to come out and look at these. Oh, they're awesome. How precious. But what else is remarkable is that not only are these snow crocuses blooming their heads off and being so gorgeous, but at the same time, my giant crocuses are blooming too, over here. These are my giant crocuses, and they're really awesome. I love them especially. And usually I don't get this many of these. Oh, look at the bee. But normally these are not blooming at the same time as the snow crocuses are. I'm not sure whether one's early and one's late, or I have to buy a strainer, a net to get the leaves out of the pond. I don't want to waste the water. The water is perfectly clear. Except for the plastic bag I have to get out of there. And there's a bunch of daffodils right there. I love those. They are full of flower buds. And here's my Pyrrhus japonica. I love this plant. And over here is my Nandina cherry, which is a big sprawling, look, it goes all the way up over my head even here. And that broken swan right there was in my mother's garden when I was a little girl, and I still have it. I probably should just dig a hole and bury it there, but I have pictures of myself playing as a child in my mother's front yard. Well, front yard I grew up in. and that swan was there. I remember her making my father carry it around the yard and put it in different places at different times. But I just wanted to check in with you and show you how much growth has happened since the last time we walked in the garden. And in true style, as I'm standing here talking to you in the sunshine, these clouds are coming here. There's what we're getting for the rest of the day. So it's a good thing I got out and spent some time in the sunshine I have. Let's finish on a bright note. The garden is full of birds and bunnies, and this cherry tree is filled with blossom. Oh, well, maybe the clouds coming over are not going to last all day. There's blue sky out there. It's very foggy this morning. It's 27 degrees out. It's 8 o'clock. Yesterday was miserable. Everything is covered with frost. And I can see my breath. But the sun feels amazing. And Freya's going to her very first vet visit today. But it looks really cool out here. And look how green the lilac buds are. It's garbage day. I have to go put my garbage out. I just noticed that all the berries are gone off the holly and they're not on the ground. So the cold that we had in that last week drove the birds to eat the holly berries, which tells me they probably don't taste good, but they're necessary. And here I am at the front of the house, and this is what my poor little daffodils look like after 20-degree temperatures last night. Actually 18-degree temperatures last night, and it's supposed to do that for 2 more nights yet. And on the other corner of my yard, I have these Nandina cherries, and even though it was 18 degrees last night, and it's snowing right now, I don't know if the camera's picking up the fact that it's snowing. We're having sort of a sun-snow shower, but these still look really beautiful, even though they were frozen. And they're gonna get frozen for 2 more nights at least. So please be sure you're subscribed. I'm so thankful that you all come along with me. And until next episode, bye for now.